Hello to my collective. Welcome, divine feminines, divine masculines. Happy New Year. I'm going to pull a reading for both sides. I'm going to pull a few cards for the feminines, then a few cards for the masculines, and then we'll clarify. We'll see those of you who are in union. We'll see, what the shared energy is. Those of you who are not in union, we'll see where the blockages might be. So let's see what happens for this January full moon. It's the wolf full moon. Full moons are all about purging, releasing everything that is not necessary and no longer relevant to our growth and our potential and our lives anymore, our soul's purpose and mission here. So let's see. Okay. Yep, what did I just say? It's all the energy about, this is for the divine feminines. It's about the full moon energy is all about walking away. You got the Eight of Cups first. Eight of Cups, well, in one of your base cards, Eight of Cups is about walking away from whatever does not serve you anymore. You are very much in your power. You are very much in your element. You are very willing to work on all of the things that you know you need to work on. You have come to the realization that there are parts of you that need to be, you have to feel it to heal it. And that's the reality right now. So while you've walked away, what's left is your ability now to work on you. I feel like this is you putting the work into yourself, and not even just in self-care and things like that, but about soul care and caring for your spirit and the things that make you ultimately happy. The sun is the happiest card in the deck, right? The sun illuminates and grows everything, and what it does is it empowers you. It makes you feel happy, complete, whole, at peace. And I think you are very much at peace with this decision that you've made to walk away from what doesn't serve you. And a lot of that could have been karmic situations. 2022 was all about that. It was all about realizing that some of you are or were in karmic situations that were not serving your highest purpose right now. Because the ultimate goal, this whole journey and being on this journey is all about raising the entire collective. It's about realizing the power that you have here and the things that you can do to raise all of the people around you. So regardless of whether you ever come into union with your twin or not in this lifetime will not matter, because at the end of the day, you will put the work into yourself and into your realizations to bring about your ultimate happiness and all of the things that complete you on that level. So let's pull some cards for the masculine side, some base energy. And then again, we're going to clarify all of these. Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords holds that Ace of Truth, the Sword of Truth. She is, the Sword of Truth on its own is the ace in the deck, the beginning of communication and realizing how to communicate and communication coming in. Queen of Swords is she's the bitch of the tarot. She's the ice queen, the one who, serves that double-edged sword and will say things whether you want to hear it or not. So this is a card of communication and the desire, I think, that the masculines have right now to speak their truth. They're in that element of knowing that it's time to speak their truth. But I think some of them are very busy working in order to not have to deal with this. This is when they are also, I feel like maybe they've walked away from something or they're not happy with what's in front of them. This is the card of dwelling on what you've lost. But when you're busy looking this way at all of the cards, all of the cups that are empty in front of you, you forget or you fail to notice that you've got the Two of Cups behind you. And the Two of Cups in the deck is the ultimate soulmate connection. It's the Ace of Cups on its own in the deck is a overflow of emotion, a brand new beginning. It's having your cup so full that you can pour into other people's cups. When you have the Two Cups, it's both of those people who are able to pour into each other's cup. So right now, I think while they're sitting here focusing on their karmic situations or whatever it is that was not serving their purpose anymore, whatever their third party energy was, or they are putting unfortunately, they're identifying too much with the masculine side of themselves, which is just to put themselves headfirst into work and pretend that the rest of it doesn't exist. The King of Pentacles is very elevated in his career. He is the king of stability and foundation and having enough and having, more than enough to be able to provide. And that doesn't even mean financially, just in general. It's all of the things that ground him and make him whole, and being able to give that out to someone else. So let's see. Let's clarify over here what's going on. What's the Eight of Cups on the feminine side? When nothing comes out first round of the shuffling, it tells me that this has been something that's been a long time in the making. So it might have been that it took a long time for some of you to realize that you needed to walk away. And some of you may even just be walking away from the whole idea of this journey, which is where, I'll tell you what came out in a second, which is that where you know that the work has to be put into you and not even into any of the idea of any of this anymore. Okay. We're going to talk about both of these now. First you got the Four of Wands, which is the 1111 card, which is the card of soulmates and building a foundation and a home and a life with someone who is on the same page as you, someone who wants the same things that you want. That is your ultimate wish. The Ace of Pentacles is putting your biggest wish out there into the universe, and the universe basically handing it to you and saying, okay, here it is, it's yours. And I think that is ultimately what led you to having to walk away from it, is knowing that you want this kind of stability. You want the happy home. You want your biggest wish. You want to be able to plant that new seed into something that's going to grow and develop. And you're not afraid of putting that hard work in. This is, again, where you're going to put the work into yourself, into the relationships around you, into your work, into all of the things that make you complete and whole and bring you the sun. I feel like this is a very balanced energy. You see, under the sun, you have the two people, the masculine and the feminine. And I think you're learning all about how to balance those energies within you so that you can have that ultimate, the happiness, the peace, the joy, the excitement, the being able to see everything through new eyes without feeling like, you don't have to worry about whatever you left behind. Whatever you left behind was not serving your higher good, your higher purpose. Let's clarify a little bit more about what's going on the masculine side. Did anything else flip? Okay. Okay, see? Remember I was talking about the Sword of Truth that she's holding? The Ace of Swords. Here it is. That's what I mean about they are either finally starting to express themselves, which means any of you who are waiting on communication or things like that, which has to come from the masculine side, because that is not feminine energy, that's masculine energy. The feminines are not in the position to do that, or they shouldn't be, because that's when you end up chasing. And then when you chase, you have the other side that runs. So, in order to break that runner-chaser dynamic, I think the feminines are more focused on themselves and knowing they don't have to chase anything, because anything that's right for them, the universe will grant to them. The universe will grant you your biggest wish if it's what is meant to come for you in this lifetime. They also got another different kind of new beginning, the Ace of Wands, which tells me that there's a very insane attraction for you. That's the most phallic of the symbols in the deck. And when I see that, it's that they want a new beginning, or at least they're desiring it, and they may come in and tell you that. But be careful that it's not just that. You know what I mean? Nobody wants that energy to come in, because your ace of here on your side, they have these two aces on their side, but the ace on the feminine side is all about stability and grounding. And, these are not the same kind of stable cards. While it's brand new beginnings and it could be fantastic, this could also be a spark that burns out real quick, because it's only based on attraction, or at least that's the only part that the masculines are willing to acknowledge right now. Six of Wands. I feel like they will end up victorious in the decision that they make, whether it be to communicate or to start something new. That's a card of victory. That's a card of being able to brag and boast and say, look at what I've accomplished and look at what I've done. And I feel like part of that is that work that they're putting into becoming that King of Pentacles. That's the king that you always want to see. You don't want to see a King of Wands or a King of Swords or something like that. Instead, this is the king that you would like for the divine masculines to turn into, because they are grounded, they're stable, they're mature, they're in a power, in a powerful position because they've earned it, because they are respectable and they know how to send that energy out as well. So let's see. For those of you who are in union, what is going on? Yep. See how you get into union? When you remember that you are the absolute empress. The empress is who is able to call in the emperor, her divine counterparts. But you have to make sure that you remember to be in empress energy at all times. So people who are in union, it means that the feminine has balanced the inner masculine and feminine, and so has the masculine. He has also embraced his feminine side and not just the feminine qualities of being caring, nurturing, knowing how to speak your truth, knowing how to be emotional and to be emotionally available, and to be this King of Pentacles, because that's part of it too, is to be a provider. And again, not financially. While that can be an aspect of it, that's not what this journey is about. It's not about money and he has a lot of money. It's not that. It's about he has all of the things to keep you balanced and to be a divine counterpart. So those of you who are in union, it's because you have managed to master that Empress energy. So what is going on for you in this union? Tell me more about the union. The Eight of Wands. That's what led to communication. Eight of Wands is all about communication. And once the communication, it's also all about focus and focusing your attention in the right way. So while you were focused and you focused all your energy on going into Empress mode, it is how you were able to attract your divine counterpart. What do we got here? Okay, we got the Two of Wands. That's a decision that has to be made. That is, you have several paths in front of you and you're trying to decide exactly which is the right path. And it's a little bit of, this is the Five of Wands. It's a little bit of a mental burden and a mental conflict for you to be able to not even stay in this kind of energy. But I think some of you are, and not even confused. I'm trying to even find the right words of, those of you who are in union had to make a lot of choices to get here. And it was a mental battle to put yourself into that position of focusing on just you and understanding and knowing that there was a much greater path, a much bigger path. It wasn't just about, oh, I really like this person, or, oh, I really hope it works. Or it took a lot mentally for you to be able to overcome that and realize that the only way you can attract someone who's vibing where you are is to be able to discern, as the Empress, what are the good energies around you, what is not, what serves your greater purpose, what needs to be left behind, and what you have to walk away from, where the stability is and the ultimate happiness. And that's how you end up victorious. So those of you in union, congratulations. You have mentally overcome quite a bit to be able to put yourself into this kind of a position, which is fantastic, because when you come into union, you are able to raise everyone around you. You are the ultimate dynamic duo, the power couple, the couple everybody wants to be, the couple everybody aspires to have that kind of a relationship and a connection with someone that is an equal match to you. For those who are not in union, what is the blocking energy right now? Oh. Okay. Okay. Right now, the major arcana card came out of the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is there when the universe puts us in limbo because we have not figured something out yet. So you have to stop dwelling on the past, stop anticipating about the future, because the universe is putting you at a standstill for a reason. It's because those of you not in union have to figure out how to find your inner strength to balance and to become that Empress who is able to call in the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. It's being able to feast after you've put in all the hard work and after you've done all of the self-care and the emotional care and the soul care for yourself. that's what will lead you ultimately to that higher level of commitment. And I think what has been blocking some of you is some of you are in this higher level of commitment with someone else, with a karmic still, and you haven't been able to come out of that yet. But if you're waiting on an apology or some sort of an offer or something, it's going to come to you and you're going to be really surprised about it. This is the Page of Cups. And look, if you see there's a flying pig there, it's almost like when pigs fly, like that's, you know, you never would have expected that this person would reach out or actually apologize for things that were done, or, and that's what's blocking it, is that not having that kind of communication where that offer has not come in quite yet. But like I said, I feel like it's going to come in for some of you very, very unexpectedly at some point, because the feminines are really in their power and in a great power on working on themselves. The masculines are in the mode of knowing that it's time to speak up and to communicate. And that doesn't mean that they're the ones who owe the apology or anything like that, but maybe almost an apology of not recognizing the connection at the time, or not admitting true feelings, or, you know, an apology for, you know, staying with a karmic when that, you know, but you have to, when you have to, like, the universe puts the karmics there to teach us lessons so that our souls and our spirits can grow into something bigger and better. So never regret time spent with a karmic. Never blame someone for going to the karmic instead, or it's not about that. It's not, if energy doesn't align in the moment, it just doesn't align. It's not because you weren't worthy. It's not because they were too stupid. It's not because, it's nothing like that. It's, and when you realize all of that, when you grow past the superficial 3D garbage, that's the only way that you figure out your soul's truth and the soul's purpose. What messages does the universe have? The Chariot. I think things are gonna come in and the Wheel of Fortune, two major arcana cards of time. The Chariot is on a mission, has somewhere to go, has things to do. Nobody is going to stop this energy. The universe is driving it forward. It's the queen or the king or is driving it and riding it and able to go the distance and able to make it to that final destination. It just wasn't the right time before. Remember what I was just explaining? Sometimes the energy doesn't line up, not because you're not right for each other, but because you were not right for each other in the time, because karmic situations had to finish playing out, because people had to recognize their own soul's purpose before they can go on a life path and a life journey together with somebody else, regardless of how much you felt like this person might be the one you marry, the one you're with, the one you live with, the one. It wasn't the right time. And the universe says now that the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Destiny, is that Wheel of Fate is spinning and turning and moving in your favor. So, and you never know. I mean, apologies really can come absolutely out of left field sometimes. I mean, unrelated to any twin flame, anything, you know, this past year, I got a random apology from a woman who tortured me for years. Not tortured, because nobody gets to me like that, but like made it her mission in life to come at me and to attack me, to attack my kids, to just really, you know, and then finally saw the light and I got a whole huge apology, you know, about how she was sorry that she didn't, you know, see it, you know, in the beginning and blah, 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 all these different things. And she actually agrees with me on a lot of things, but she was fighting me on them. I mean, it was just complicated, but I never would have expected it. You know, I mean, she came at me and she was like, oh, remember me? I was public enemy #1. Like, that's what I mean. Like when pigs fly, like somebody who for like 5 years tried to make it her mission to bring me down, which is insane. I don't even understand why people feel the need to do things like that. Like, mind yours, you know, just live your life. And I don't know. If you worried more about your life, it wouldn't be in shambles, you know? Let's see. So you never know. Apologies can really come out of nowhere when you're totally not expecting it. Page of Wands. Could be a little bit of Playboy energy. You know, Page of Wands sometimes shows up for a good time, not a long time. So like I said, be very careful if they're communicating, because that Page of Wands is holding that Ace of Wands. So if they come in and it's just, you know, more of a sexual connection or something like that, you know that it's way past anything like that. It's not, It's bigger than that. And if they don't know how to come in properly, then you don't have to accept it. Then it's still not the time. The page is off wanting to explore, wanting to travel. Maybe some of them have to travel to come see you. Maybe some of them are just off on a mission, traveling to, find their own soul's purpose and different things in life. So that's a card of adventure. We got the Nine of Cups again. I think both of you are looking for the Nine of Cups. I mean, look at him. He just gets to sit there and feast. He's got 9 of his cups full. He's feeling good. He's all right. He's missing that one cup, that Ace of Cups, the one that is full of emotion and love. And Page of Swords, they are watching you very, very closely. And I feel like that's what's going to determine when the time is. But this is an energy of obsession and stalking. And please don't do that. Please don't stalk anyone. Please don't, watch their social media obsessively, or, drive past their house in the middle of the night to see who's there, or don't do that. No, that's such low vibe energy that is never going to get you the things that you want. If you put that energy, that obsession into yourself, and not in a narcissistic way, in the way of healing what's broken and figuring out your purpose here and your mission and the things that you need to be complete, that's when this other person is going to be able to come in for you. That's the only way. Page of Sword is also a card of communication. So you can expect an email, a text, a phone call, something. It is most definitely a card of communication. So whether they act on it or not, that's always a matter of free will. But is the desire there? Absolutely. There's more than desire there to communicate. It's just, do they feel that it's the right time? It's, like I said, it could be coming in very quickly for a lot of you. 2023 is fated to be a year of unions, because the collective conscious is rising and raising at such a quick rate, because we are here to do bigger things. And when you put two people like that, who are so fiery and so full of life and passion, and together, that creates full explosions. And that's what we need here on Earth, to shift and to balance things, and to, like I said, raise the energy of everyone around us. 8 of Cups. As soon as everybody walks away from what is not serving them, and the full moon energy is the perfect time. It's all about release. The 8 of Cups, you got it again. You had it here before on the feminine side, and now it's in the middle in a shared energy. So I feel like while you may have already walked away, some of the masculines are still in the process of doing this. So that's why this wheel is here. Got to give them, it's going to be soon, but you got to give them a little bit of time. And again, I feel like, a lot of, they're watching. Their 6 of Cups is on the bottom. That's my twin flame card. 6 of Cups is a card of nostalgia, and it's a card of remembering the good times, but not even just here. It's about soul recognition. It's about the minute you see someone, instantaneously that they are part of you. And you may not even know why. You may not even be able to identify it or put your finger on it the right way. You might be in a relationship, so you're not looking for this, or you're not. Doesn't matter if you're looking or not. If the universe says you need to meet this person, you need to meet this person. So that 6 of Cups, again, is that instant recognition of a counterpart to you. And during this time, you're going to be calling in lots of soulmates. It's just what happens in this kind of energy. And that could be friends, it could be coworkers, it could be neighbors, but it's people that you've shared past lives and past experiences with that are going to come in. And it's going to, again, make you realize, see the signs and the synchronicities, and make you realize that you are on this path for a reason. And it's so that you can end up with the ultimate stability and happiness. And again, even if it's never with this other person, at some point you will release that feeling of needing them to come in, or to come back, or to move forward with them, or whatever, wherever you are in your journey. You need to just walk away from the entire idea of that you have to be with this person. Ironically, that will be what brings them in at some point, because you're so whole and complete on your own that this other half can only raise you above where you're at. And it's going to be triggering, and it's going to be hard. And that's what it is. Whether you're close to this person, not close to this person, if you're in their life, not in their life, it doesn't matter. It's energy and it's connection. So you don't even have to be physically speaking to the person or anything like that. You can still pick up on their energy. You're going to still have dreams. You're going to still be able to feel, things that they're feeling without even realizing. Sometimes when you have very off energy and you can't even tell why, or it's because when you're in a connection like this, you can energetically pick up on what it is that they're going through. Like it or not, that's just part of the journey. And it's very, very triggering, but that's the whole point. It's why union takes a long time sometimes, because there are things that need to be done and things that need to be triggered inside of you so that you will grow and you will learn and you will follow your path, that why you're here. Let's pull a love oracle for each side. That's for the feminines. And there's for the masculines. Okay. Attraction. You attract romantic love, romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Yeah. Because when you go into that Empress mode, and you're going to attract everybody around you. And again, it never means you have to entertain any of it. It's just that when you are that light, when you shine like the sun, everybody wants a little piece of it. And not even necessarily always in a sexual way or anything like that, but everybody wants to know, why are you shining like that? Why are you so bright? Why does everybody want to be around you? You will start to attract everything. The masculines are past life relationship. What was I telling you about the twin? That last card that popped out. You have known each other before, whether it's physically here in this dimension, whether you haven't even met this person yet or not. You know them. And it's crazy because it's almost scary, because it's like, why do I feel this about when I don't even know you? Why do I feel this crazy attraction? Why do I feel this need to know you more? It's triggering on a lot of levels, but it's because energy doesn't lie. Your souls already know each other. So whether you recognize it in the 3D, you feel it on the 5D. So this is the energy that I think the masculines are starting to realize, that they have this very, very deep connection to the feminines. And it's, like I said, I think a lot of you are going to hear things very, very soon, because they are watching, they are waiting, they're waiting for exactly the right time, which might be sooner than some of you realize. Again, that when pigs fly is going to take on a whole new meaning when this person, randomly comes forward, who may have said to you, harshly before, like, oh no, we can't be together, or, I want to be with this person instead, or I don't have feelings for you, or whatever it might have been, that, and maybe nothing was even said, but it's the point of this energy. It doesn't mean that whatever was done on the surface doesn't mean that underneath they're not realizing it and recognizing it and knowing it. It's just that it's the feminines awaken to this kind of an energy first, and then the masculines do. So because of that, the feminines, are in a very different space emotionally, mentally, than the masculines are. But they're coming into themselves and coming into all of this energy. And like I said, you may not be expecting it, and it's going to be out of left field, but as long as you realize that you are solid and you are stable, and if the offer that comes in to you, even if it's just an offer of friendship, or just a, hey, how you been? How are you? Want to hang out Saturday? Whatever it might be. I don't know. Everybody's different. But the whole point is, make sure you stay in that Empress mode, so that you know that it has to be exactly where you're comfortable with in order to allow it. Otherwise, it's just going to end up prolonging the journey. And like I said, please, any of you that are spying, stop that stupidity. No, don't do that. If the universe wants you to know something, you're going to find it out regardless. That happens all the time. I don't even have to be looking for something and it comes to find me. It's the craziest thing ever. My mother used to say all the time, be careful what you go looking for, because you just might find something. I never, ever will spy, will try to find something. If it's meant to be my business, that person would have told me, or the universe is going to tell me. It's just, that's the way it's supposed to go. So again, if this is you in that energy, cut that shit out now. So let's see. I'm going to leave you with a song choice. It's the Spotify list, Yacht Rock. It's a list anybody can, a playlist anybody can access. Has older songs on it. I'm not a contemporary music fan. I don't do pop or anything like that. Uh, Hall and Oates, you make my dreams come true. It's and I said, you'll have lots of dreams, and especially during this time, this is a time for the dreams. And I know that I've been, I hadn't been remembering dreams for a while, and then all of a sudden I started remembering them, and I almost, not that I wish that I didn't, but it's just, the dreams can be triggering too, and it's really, it's a lot sometimes. But I hope this was helpful. Use this full moon energy to release and purge and get rid of everything that no longer serves your purpose, because in the end, you will have all of it. You'll have that, your Four of Wands, your Six of Cups, all of it, the communication that you're wanting. And as long as you'll know by the energy, you'll know when it's genuine, when it's, somebody just, again, wants to be there for a good time and not a long time. You're not about that right now. You're so far past that you would laugh at an offer like that right now. So just make sure that you take care of you right now, because the self-care is important. Put all of that work into all of your biggest dreams. And make sure that dream is not that this other person comes in, because ironically, that's what stops it. Energetically, you're still chasing by doing that, which is only going to make the energy from the other side run. Remember that you fulfill all of your cups, and you never know. You may just get a surprise something of some sort that comes for you, a surprise offer, But again, I hope it was helpful, and I'll see you in a few weeks for your next reading.